in your mech last time.
Well,
You
yeah.
couldn't. Are we fucking live? Did you take us live on this?
You don't think that someone's gonna have a little bit of trauma after
We
what
gotta
happened
start
last
the
time?
game.
Like,
No,
we
I
gotta start the
expected the
game.
trauma, which is
Okay.
why I hugged you.
Whoa.
Is this an Evangelion
That's
reference?
not helpful. That's worse. Why is Trey and hugging Grace? That's not okay. That doesn't make things better. That's
Concerned. I'm the
hello?
team leader now.
Wait a second.
Yeah, that's
Are
chief.
you a doppelganger? Because
Wait a
what is
second.
going on?
Jen,
What? Sorry.
is Grace
Yelling.
a
I'm an
Rei
adult.
Ayanami?
The look on your face.
Did I just get spoiled?
No, not at all.
No.
You didn't get spoiled at all.
I feel
What
like
are
I
you
just got
talking about?
spoiled on an
Absolutely not.
Evangelion thing.
You
No,
got
absolutely
spoiled
not.
on an anime
I
that's
didn't
over
say
30 years
Shinji
old.
was the only one I related to, okay? That wasn't the only thing I said.
It doesn't matter if
I'm
it's
not
over
saying
30
that.
years old, if it's still prevalent today.
It's very prevalent today,
Very
unfortunately.
Watch the shows.
I will.
See how you
And
feel.
the movies.
Chat.
No.
JT is so baby that JT's never
I'm
seen
not
Evangelion.
so I've heard of Evangelion.
I've
I-
heard-
my
It's like I
point
was
still
heard of
stands.
Evangelion.
It's on my
My
list.
point still stands.
When did it come out?
It was early.
What year?
I was born in 1999.
I think it
that's
came out
actually
in
better than I thought.
90
Yeah, what?
Oh, I thought I was joking when I said that it.
2010.
2010?
I don't know.
16 years
people
ago?
are.
Hey, where I am, that's a
16,
compliment,
26,
right?
literally identical.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Same thing.
16, 17.
Oh.
I would be breaking the rules
16,
of Twitch
17.
if I were 16 and streaming,
It's true.
running
That's
an
true.
entire. Yeah, because you gotta be 18.
It's true. Yeah.
And
That's true.
appear on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a
And
good
to
rule.
appear on Entropy Emporium.
And to appear on Entropy Emporium.
Well,
That's one of our rules.
but
Speaking of, that's where we
Oh,
are.
yeah, that's my channel.
JT's going to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, great. No, I don't remember where I was for 9/11 because I was 2 years old, guys.
I was in 10th grade Spanish class.
I was in
Great.
English.
I was
so
in
you're saying
Apex.
you don't. You're saying you can't account for your whereabouts during
Yeah,
9/11.
JT, where were you?
To such an extent that I could be liable for the events of 9/11, sure. I can't account for my whereabouts.
We did
Wow.
get through
As a
on the
2-year-old,
watch list.
as a toddler.
Wow. You heard it here first.
Yep.
You
I think
really
most
are
of the
a time
jokes I could make
traveler.
about this situation are against terms of service. So we're gonna carry on.
Your username is against terms of service.
That's
now.
not true. Gracious Knoll is not against terms of service. It is completely innocuous and refers to a simple landmark.
It's simply a knoll.
It's a
It's
knoll. There's
Dallas,
nothing
where
foreboding or
nothing
malicious about the
happened.
knoll.
And that's a D&D monster, so.
Forget that that's spelled with a G and not a K. This is my channel. You know the rules. There's a link in the bio with the links for the Minnesota Freedom Fund. Guys, we're still occupied. I don't know if you guys know that, but they said they were gonna pull out, but they didn't do that.
Pull-out
So
game.
I'm still
Week.
keeping very active, messaging my friends in the cities, and keeping up with that. The Minnesota Freedom Fund is the best way for you to help. So if you want to spend some dollars and you don't want to give Bezos any money, there's a link down there for that. We also have a Discord that is, to a lesser extent, the same, and it's the same. Come hang out with us. We are, for the most part, I think, pretty chill people. We got a new show now, so that's pretty in the conversation. You'll hear more about that after the fact. I think that's all I got. So back to you in the studio, Will.
Okay. Hi. Welcome back to the studio. This is God Complex here on Entropy Emporium. God Complex Engine Series 02, if you want to get technical about it, which isn't at all confusing with the fact that we have numbered episodes for this show. So don't worry about that. But yeah, welcome to God Complex. This is a Grow by Moonlight game using the Odyssey of Stars playset, set in the far, 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 far future. A couple more fars on there, long after the decline and near total disappearance decimation of the human race. The last group of humans in the known universe now occupy the Citadel Fleet, a collection of hundreds of starships traversing the dead and decaying remains of space after all of known reality was decimated by the Leviathans, life-devouring space kaiju. And the only weapon that humanity has left to fight against them are the engines, mech suits made from the corpses of dead gods. They're operated by a human pilot fusing with the divine spark of the god and basically taking the space of their long dead consciousness. We did a full season. This is season 2. We're going to go around and you're going to meet our cast of intrepid engine operators. I guess I go first in this game, probably. I'm Will, more specifically. I play everybody else that's not one of these characters. And that's it for me. I'll throw it to Cass.
It's me. I'm Cass, aka Yoda Almighty. I play Troyan Moat. Call sign Achilles. She, they, pronouns for me. Is that all I need to say? I think that's it. Yeah, that's fine.
That's good. Izzy?
Izzy.
Hello, I'm Izzy. I play Tolu Wajaka. She, her pronouns, she, they pronouns for me. Call sign Bumblebee. No longer the what's it called, but now the what's it called.
No longer the unlikely hero, now the guardian.
That's exactly what I just said. Thank you for repeating it. So
You're right.
good.
Yes. Is there an echo in here? JT?
Hey, I'm JT. My pronouns are they, them. I will be playing Cogs, who uses any and all pronouns. Their call sign is Icarus.
Logan?
Hello. My name is Logan. I am going to be playing Pixie Falcon, call sign Solo Wing, and she uses the Time Traveler playbook.
And Jen?
Hi, I'm Jen /Youngles. I play Grace. She, they pronoun.
Even you seem uncertain about that one.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy
Wait,
that none of
you
us are sure
keep
what character
Being so
Jen is
fucking
playing.
suspicious about this.
It's almost like she's doing this on purpose. You guys.
It is.
almost like it's a bit now.
Mhm.
Wow.
I know.
List of bits for God Complex. Talks
Wait.
and is Grace.
I feel like Grace
Grace?
just like is the center of a lot of bits of God complex. You know what I mean? Like
It's
I'm
true.
the
I'm
personality hire. It almost feels like.
Personality.
I don't even have to fly the mech, which is named Duncan. My call sign's Carrot, and I'm gonna be done talking now.
And with that, we're going to get into our game. When we left off with the end of our downtime actions, our downtime phase, getting ready to move right into the mission phase, but we do have to let the last bastion of humanity, based on our playset, have a chance to react. So the Citadel fleet, the Citadel ship, the Delphi, gets the opportunity to make a series of downtime actions based on the Leviathan tier. We are still maxed out at tier 3 for the Leviathans, which means that it gets 3 actions per downtime. So first and foremost, it's going to work on a long-term project if one has already been started, which I think one has. It's going to work on a long-term project to upgrade the ship. I'm actually not seeing one on here. So I don't think one is already underway, which means we're going to skip that one. We're going to make preparations as if the Leviathan track exceeds the readiness track, which it does. So let's make some preparations, shall we? And I believe I get to roll some dice for this one. Okay, cool. So, does it roll for this? Rolling a number of dice. Okay, cool. Yeah, equal to the current Bastion track tier, which is also tier 3. So it gets to roll 3d6, which is exciting. All right, so first thing first, we're making preparations. And gang, that's 2 6s.
Hey!
Yeah, so we get to advance the readiness track quite a bit. Just how much is an excellent question. 4 segments, and 5 segments actually for critical success. So that's very good.
Hell yeah.
So the Bastion is fortifying itself, which kind of makes sense given how Cogs spent their downtime actions. The readiness track is almost completely maxed out. There's only 1 tick open. The Bastion track is not depleted, so we don't have to worry about that. And we physically cannot advance the Leviathan track. So that's exciting. Cool. So that is it for the last Bastion's actions. That is it for the Delphi's downtime actions, which means that it's time to move into our mission phase. Now, because we have now gotten into tier 3 for your readiness track, all of the missions are available without penalty. However, I would remind you that if you pick the tier 3, that stage a desperate counterattack, and after that mission, the season ends. So
we just button this one up, right? Like,
3 episodes is good.
It's up to you. Yeah, 3 episodes.
We can do that 6 seasons in a movie thing real fast.
Mhm.
great show.
But what that does mean is, you can pick any of these: defend the last bastion, explore the ruined world, hunt a Leviathan, recover a fallen engine. Any of those are available to you. What are we thinking, gang? What kind of mission do you want to go on?
I want to explore the ruined world.
I like that. I was going to say that, or we need more engines. We destroyed a lot of them at the end of last season.
That is true, but it's like that's good if one of our engines gets hurt, you know?
It's true. It's true.
Like right now we're all recovered, right? No one's engine is currently blown up.
Not blown up.
I wouldn't say
Recovered.
blown
I'm
up.
asking if we're all recovered. So
I think so, yeah. I think every engine is
we
good
don't
right now.
really need another engine.
Need one.
I think I'd also vote explore world. Although
I think explore.
Are we looking at a list of things, or do we all just have
Yeah.
to memorize?
On the
It's-
Honesty of Stars tab, 1.
Yes.
On the
At the very bottom.
Yeah.
Explore the ruined world might be a good place to stress
see it.
test.
JG just wants to throw their mech at
Your
whatever.
completely normal
Or
mech.
Franken mech.
Perfectly normal mech. It is a
Completely
regular
normal mech.
machine.
That you need to stress test.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all experiments need to be stress tested.
That's actually just good engineering.
Just saying.
That's just good engineering.
It's hard
What are you gonna
engineering.
do? What are you gonna do?
But no, I'm still gonna vote for explore the ruined world.
I second that.
Thirded.
I'm
Fourth.
good with that.
Okay, that sounds like we have an accord. So, explore the world beyond the bastion or within it, looking for information, solace, and hope, which I think makes sense because currently there's a lot of unknowns right now. Currently, after the events of last season, there are a lot of question marks. You know that, like, as has been the case for probably all of these characters' lives, now that Chief is retired,
So old.
the purged have existed. The other creatures like Baron, your Troyan's new co-pilot, they exist out there. You've heard reference of the Heretic Queen. You know that Grendel, whatever that eldritch entity possessing the body of your old best friend Odin, disappeared into Tartarus, the abyss, the decay dimension beyond that the Leviathans first came through thousands of years ago. And there are, I would say that you're due for a recon mission, probably. We've established that Jotun Wing, which I believe is you all, is one of the last remaining wings operational, one of the last remaining wings available, which means that you are the first line of defense, the first ones to be sent out. for a mission like this. So I think that you are called into the I had a name for this, I can't remember what it is, but like the staging theater, essentially, for your mission briefing. A room that has been set aside. It has like, it kind of looks like a university classroom with like the stadium style seating, and then like a big hollow display at the front where whoever from the brass that is assigning you your next mission stands and talks at you, generally speaking. So, yeah, you are Jotun Wing. Cool. So, yeah, I think in this case, it's going to be Tifa. I think that's fun. I think it's going to be Vice Admiral Tifa Maru, who is standing at the front in her full uniform, standing at her full, 5'11", 6 feet of height, very serious expression on her face. That's sort of like thick iron white mane of hair pulled back into a braid. And yeah, she runs you through your mission parameters, essentially letting you know that you're all that's left. You are the only fully operational wing at the moment at the call of the Citadel fleet. And as a result of that, they need some information. They need something to go off of. Right now, we're in the dark. We know that there are threats out there. We know that there are people, things waiting to strike at us, possibly capable of wiping everything that we've worked so hard to protect here in the fleet out. And we don't know how easy that would be. So, I'm sorry to ask this of you. But we don't have another option. We're sending you into Tartarus.
For my first mission. Oh, great. Okay.
Fucking why, Tifa?
You see that she wants to correct you on not using her rank for a second. It's like instinct. It's like habit more than anything else. And she opens her mouth and then just sort of sets her jaw instead of saying anything and says, if we had another option, we would take it. As you all know, we've built hundreds, maybe thousands of probes, drones, prototypes to try to explore the abyss, Tartarus, without putting any manpower, any lives at risk, and they all lose contact almost immediately.
Time dilation.
So, you're our only option.
Question?
Yes?
Hi, first time here. How do we get there? Is there
We find a rip and we slip in.
And then we
Okay,
hope that
do we
we can
have one?
slip out.
Yeah, can we get out?
Unclear. Hence the apologies.
Okay.
It'd be a good chance to get some readings.
I'm just wondering, should I
Nothing
retire?
gets
Should I
strapped to
not be a pilot
Cogs's
here?
mech.
We have rift charges that we'll send you out with. Once you're a safe distance away from the fleet, you can blow a hole in the fabric between this reality and Tartarus. Pass through. It will slowly seal behind you. So I will send you with 2. So you can leave. You can make an
Just
exit for
2?
yourselves.
2 is enough.
What if we mess up? Maybe we should have a third.
Like 2 each or 2 total?
Two each.
Total.
No, that's
we
fun.
don't
No,
have
total,
an infinite
'cause-
number of charges.
2
I'm not
each is
asking
not
for
infinite
infinite.
number.
3.
2 is enough, y'all.
Are we
Third
sure
would
they
be
work
better.
from the other side?
Yes.
Who designed
They-
these?
It's how I followed out to get home.
And you can rest assured that these are perfectly functional. Dr. Haynes himself designed them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Maybe we do want 3 in case one
See?
malfunctions.
2 each.
Aha.
Not in love with hearing that.
Dr. Haynes built the engines that you all entrust your lives to.
Yeah,
no
every day.
choice.
Not mine.
So
Didn't lay a hand on mine except to put shit in it.
I'm surprised
Kill
his
me,
ego fit
actually.
on the ship.
In fact, I'm not even sure he built hexes.
What has he built?
Yeah.
Well, yours and Tolu's.
Yeah.
and
Interesting.
Troyan's original model, which presumably is still somewhere in there.
Presumably.
Broken clock is still right twice a day.
The point is, we can spare 2 rift charges for your team.
Fine. What exactly are we looking for?
Ideally, whatever information you can find regarding the purged, their culture, society, their structure. If you can find any information about this heretic queen or Grendel, whatever that may be.
So if I come back with samples, subjects, testing material, equipment,
You don't come back with shit without clearing it with us first.
That is not your mission, operator.
but I'm just, if I do. That's information. Testing materials information. All of that stuff that I listed was information.
It's a risk.
Going into the... Never mind.
I think you're muted. Is he?
Dang it. Well, it's too late now.
Okay.
It wasn't important.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. We're trying to avoid any unnecessary risks. You are quite literally all we have left at this point.
And you're also hoping that Baron and I can literally open some doors.
We aren't expecting you to establish diplomatic relations with the Purge. If that's what you're asking.
I wonder. Is Baron in here?
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
Baron, how many of y'all worship me?
Well, worship is a complicated concept for my people.
How many would follow me if I asked nicely?
Well, if you threatened them, maybe probably the cowards, at least, and
Don't trust a coward.
we aren't taught to worship death or to fear it, more to welcome it when it comes for us and bask in the glorious brutality.
I was. Okay, I can't say I was never brutal because I was. Okay. Food for thought. Got it. Thanks, Baron. Thank you for making me feel a certain way.
Happy to help. Any more questions, operators? Do you understand the mission as it's been explained to you?
did we have any like scouting that was done so we know? I mean, you said there's no probes, I guess. I don't know. I'm just really worried about being literally thrown into hell.
No, that's literally what's about to happen.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
worried
we
about
do
it.
here.
We already did it
Oh,
once
yeah.
and we got out.
What's your name?
Fine.
Barely.
Hex Falcon. My friends call me Pixie.
You came up from the ranks, correct?
I was a fighter pilot, mostly to, blow up rocks, but yeah.
Must be why you look so familiar. She kind of like remarks to herself more than to anyone, but she says, yes, operator. They're scouting. Meaningful scouting is impossible in Tartarus. It's shifting and it's changing, and it's hard to ever judge exactly where a rift is going to take you when you open it. It's not a one-to-one. It's more like a series of tunnels in the crawl space attached to our reality.
That sounds terrifying, and are we sure we have to do that now? That
I'll hold your
specifically?
hand. We're gonna do it now.
Okay. I just really want to know that we're not going to just die the moment we get there. So
That's what it means it's what it means to be an engine operator.
okay.
X.
Can I bring my stuff in there?
No.
Like if I bring a beacon in there?
What is a beacon, Cogs?
It's like a you put it down and you can find the place again.
How about we don't put anything down that can be tracked to us?
It's not gonna be tracked to us. We're gonna leave before.
Yeah, and then
Active.
eventually come back.
Right.
Yeah. How about we all just stick together and communicate about everything we're doing while in Tartarus?
That's why I'm asking now.
Operator, I understand the work that you've been doing for the Delphi and for the Citadel fleet at large, and it is appreciated, but you have not abandoned your oath as an engine operator. And to that end, you have been given mission parameters. This is not an opportunity for you to perform experiments. This is not an opportunity for you to collect samples. This is an opportunity for you to do your job.
If you say so.
I do. In case anybody forgot, while you've been warming the bench, you have a wing commander. They're in charge. They call the shots. You do what they tell you to do.
Is that a problem, Cogs?
I wouldn't dream of doing otherwise. That's why I asked.
You've dreamed up a lot of things and not told us about them, Cogs.
Everything that I've done up to this point has been the order of a higher brass. As far as
And
I can
that's part of
tell,
the
and far as
problem,
I understand,
Cogs.
those orders supersede command.
Right, because good soldiers follow orders.
No. And inject an unknown quantity into a Leviathan larger than anything we've ever seen and get the fleet nearly knocked out of the sky.
Tolu will lean over to Hex and be like, we don't like them.
Trust is earned, Cogs, and you lost it. Get used
I
to
can't
this.
make you understand that none of you would be standing here if I did not do any of the things that I did.
No, I
I
get
wasn't for a little bit.
Oh, you don't.
it. No, Cogs, I do. I get the hubris. Fall in line. Deal with it.
Never been anywhere else.
have your assignment. Operators, to your engines.
Go, Shoo. Let's go. Come on. I will grab Pixie by the arm as we get into the hallway and let everybody else get out ahead of us.
As you're exiting,
Yeah.
Tifa is going to say, call sign Icarus, a moment of your time.
Orders are
I'm
orders.
definitely waiting in the hallway.
Absolutely. The door is going to slide shut as the rest of you leave, leaving just Tifa and Cogs behind. And Tifa kind of just at the front of the room, illuminated by the projection of the data, the star charts and the maps and the data feed behind her that display what limited information is available about Tartarus and the conditions inside and threats you might expect to deal with, etc., etc. Operator, you've made a choice to have one foot in two different worlds. And so far, we are pleased with the work that you've done. But when you step into this room, when you step into your engine, above all else, you answer to me. As an operator, there is no higher authority as far as you're concerned. And if you have a problem with that, feel free to devote all of your time to your lab. But you will stay the hell out of my hangar.
We live in a mighty complicated world, Vice Admiral. Lots of nuance in black and white. If you believe that I cannot do both, fine.
Stay on mission, follow orders, and we won't have a problem. Break that script just because you have some favor at the moment with the Admiral? I'll jettison your engine directly into a black hole. And I won't lose a moment of sleep. And you will spend the rest of whatever life you have left making science experiments alone.
As you say, like I said, everything that I have done up to this point has been at orders.
Glad we understand one another.
Just don't forget this one thing. Favor means that you are putting cards in my hands. And I am doing you a favor, working with Hiram like I am. Please do not forget that I've got a journalist on my team. As much as she might not like me, you know she loves a good report. So, if I come back with a sample or a piece of information for you, surely we can look past a little extra.
We've been here before, operator. It didn't go well for you. It didn't go well for your team. Don't forget that this is a second chance. A fresh start. A new beginning. If you want to make threats, and the consequences fall firmly on the shoulders of everyone on your team, they'll only have you to blame.
How's it any different from now?
Right now, you have an option. You can follow orders. You can be a good soldier.
As you wish.
Report to your wing. Dismissed.
Cox takes the vents. Does not go out the door.
Sorry. Okay, hold on. 1 second. So you're just like dropping all fours and scurrying into a duct?
I cannot stress this enough. Cox's primary character inspiration is Ed from Bebop.
No, yeah,
Just
I get that.
the scrungliest little guy, you know?
Scrungliest.
It's crawling into vents all the time, no matter what,
for
forever.
sure, for sure. I
You just wanted to confirm. You just wanted to confirm.
I just wanted to confirm.
We wanted that visual. That's what we
Yeah.
wanted. Can I grab Pixie on the way to the bay?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. The rest of you are standing out in the hallway. You have a couple of minutes as that conversation takes place inside.
Pixie, what is your real problem going into Tartarus?
It's scary. That's a problem.
And
I'm used to shooting rocks in little baby Leviathan, and I'm going to go where they live.
Yes.
And where there are people who worship death. That's not
I'm
good.
death.
Okay, don't have that much of an ego. Like, I get you're good,
I'm
but
literally not. Baron, who is death to you? Will.
Sorry, yes, that is to me. Baron is just kind of going to wordlessly point at Brian.
Not an
Okay,
ego. They literally call me death.
okay, well, is it not enough to just be scared that I'm going to go into the place that all the bad things came from that destroyed humanity?
I'm checking in with you before we go to all the scary bad places.
Yeah.
Are you going to shut down on me?
No, I'll be fine. It's just
Okay.
I gotta know that that we're okay. I have not flown with any of you.
No.
And no offense, last time we were just gonna go out for a little joyride, things didn't go great.
No, they didn't. Welcome to the team. This is how we are. It doesn't get any better. It does sometimes get worse.
Okay. That's
Okay.
real encouraging, boss.
Boss. Gross. I'm not good at encouraging. I will do my damnedest to make sure you come back.
Okay.
Everyone here will. As long as you do the same for them.
Yeah. This is just different, okay? It's just not something
is.
I've done before. So
I know.
give me a little
And-
slack.
This is me giving you slack.
Appreciate it.
You're gonna be fine. There's literally nothing I can say to prepare you for this. Nothing.
I'll be fine. I know that. I understand that.
Okay.
I'm just making sure everyone here isn't crazy.
Oh, no. We're all crazy.
Can you be more specific with your definition, please?
I was gonna say, I imagine
Yeah.
like Tolu and Grace are over here talking and they hear this and they're like, oh, honey.
I just need to make sure that, suicide missions aren't normal. That's all.
Every time we get in our engines, it's a suicide mission.
We're
I mean-
expendable? I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, they
very
were trying to kill
expendable.
me all last season.
They've been trying to kill us for a while.
They've literally been running experiments to see if I will die.
I don't think they care.
Sorry.
Tifa cares. Tifa cares.
Like on a personal level,
Yeah,
but like not enough to do anything about it.
correct.
Okay.
So just come to terms with it now and things will be a lot easier for you, I promise.
I guess the big thing is I just need to know that when I get in there, and if, because I haven't even seen a Leviathan up close outside of the little ones.
Mhm.
If I go mad, I know you have my back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
'Cause-
we'll take care of each other.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
We literally ripped Reed out of like a weird Leviathan hybrid body and brought him home.
We don't
yeah.
always follow orders.
No, orders are suggestions, guidelines.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Except when it comes to Cogs. If they disobey an order, I'm gonna kill him.
To my people, the words for hero and madman are the same.
I get that. No. Okay, really, the big issue, the big problem is I think you have to understand this is not a normal thing for any wing, especially a wing that's gone through this. Like,
Is this not normal?
Oh, I mean,
Is
that's
this
not
not
are
normal?
you guys
Don't like
seeing-
us.
Are you guys seeing a therapist individually or
No.
in group?
I
No.
have seen one before in passing.
Yeah,
Just
but
sort of like a,
currently-
hey, look, you're at the store.
I don't
I'm buying
want to
apple juice.
unburden 3,000 years of trauma onto
I
a
see
poor
doctors.
human. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know if any
think
of
you
them are
understand my real concern
therapists.
here. My real concern here is I don't think you are all well, and I think that putting us in the place that is worse for us is making us, well, me not yet. Spoilers. Let's see what happens. But the rest of you, worse.
Wow.
Do you see what
Yeah,
my
almost
concern
certainly.
is?
What is
I
a
think-
therapist? Is it a type of spirit?
No, it's someone
Yes.
you talk to about your trauma.
like a doctor, kind of, but not really.
Yeah. A brain doctor. You talk to them.
Do you all
Although
at
sometimes
least
I
have
have
like?
to talk to them.
Do you all at least like have someone in your life you can talk about all this stuff?
I think you are coming from a very different experience than the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so that's why we have tots, friend. And Tolu will
Hello.
reach in your pocket. Like, you don't eat
Mhm.
tots? Have we? We've done this before.
We've
You
done
know
this before.
I'll eat tots. It's fine. It's fine. Anything else, boss?
Don't call me boss or chief. Don't call me that either. Mm-mm.
Well, you're not a petty officer, so like.
Do you
no.
like choff or
No.
beef? Can we call you beef?
Beef.
Kinda like
Then we
beef.
can go
I
around
like
on
beef.
comms being like, "Where's the beef?"
Where's the beef?
Sure,
in the
you guys
future,
can call
this
me
has
beef.
survived.
I'll accept beef. I will accept beef. Baron, you can also call me beef.
Understood.
So, yeah, is that it? Is that it?
I was just checking on you because you looked terrified and not in a I'm gonna be fine way. Now I know you're not gonna be fine, but it will be fine. That made sense, right? I
It
said a
will
lot
be
of words.
fine.
Did Baron
Is
say
that
that or is that Will?
Yeah, it
I
was
need to know.
Baron's. It's not clear if he was making a joke or not. But it might be. It might be his first
Yeah,
joke.
I think like I just look at him and just nod approvingly. Like
shall we?
We shall.
Go. Scamper.
Okay. You head for the hangar to join with your engines and head out into the great void of dead space, and the Tartarus beyond. Tartarus awaits you. You get to the hangar, and you are in your mechs. You are in your engines, and I think it's a good chance to talk about anything that's changed. We've described post-Vorta, just sort of a palette-swapped Antivorta with different weapons. Believe, as established, it does knives now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfect.
She do knives now.
She do knives now. Everyone else kind of looks the same, and still functions more or less the same as well. Baron, we talked about this a little bit in the last episode, but I think like the way that Ati accommodates you and Baron is different from the way that Ati accommodated you and Reed, because you are of similar sizes. Reed Baron is significantly taller than you, and ganglier, and so I think the way that this works is it's sort of like Baron is sort of behind you and is sort of the like stretched out into sort of the limbs, the sort of the skeletal structure of Ati, controlling that aspect of it, and then you are sort of nestled in the core as like systems control. You feel your mind join to, well, actually probably not just yet because you haven't transcended, but you feel the connection there between you and Baron through Ati.
I want to shoot a little message, not over comms, but like just through data pad to Tolu, and tell her very briefly what happened with Grace when we went to do a training mission, and just tell her to keep an eye on her. She froze up, couldn't get into the mech, acted like the mech was looking at her. Yeah, ratting that shit out.
Okay. Perfect. As always happens when you launch for a mission, unless like there are dire emergency circumstances, you all of your engines sort of gather at that point right on the edge of the semi-permeable energy barrier that holds back the vacuum of space. That sort of like light blue curtain that hangs, that fills one end of the hangar and separates everything inside the hangar from flying out into space itself. So the four of you, your four engines are sort of like lined up. I imagine they would be joined by a fifth one, correct?
Yes. They are joined by a tall, slender, black metal mech. The edges are all very sharp. It is... lanky would be the best way to describe it. At the mech's waist, there is a clear tubing through which there are several yellow lights rapidly spinning around to form a sort of almost a belt, and there are two spindly wires that just barely come off of the back, but everything else, it looks like someone took several different fighter pilots basically and stuck them together. Underneath the sort of sleek black metal, you can see there are different shades of black, as though cogs couldn't quite get the same materials or enough of the same materials for the exterior. If you were to see the interior, you would see exposed pipes and loose dangling pulley systems and essentially like a scrapyard inside the mech as the control hub. But the outside looks great. The outside looks very nice and professional from afar.
Incredible. You launch out through the barrier. Your engines take flight. You find yourself in space. Right before you do so, Baron, I think, is going to come over the channel, the joint comms, the joint comms, and just sort of like somberly say to everybody, if it is what fate has in store, it will be an honor to die alongside all of you today.
Baron, no, we're not dying.
Dude,
Is that? Oh, I'm
kind
sorry.
of a
That's
bummer, man.
I'm sorry.
I like
Is that
this
not
one.
Look, hold on. No. Baron, I appreciate the sentiment. It is an honor to fly as a group together. We're not dying, though. Dying is not the goal.
Soup's dramatic.
That boy needs therapy.
About some top.
Yes. I have emergency tots in the cockpit. We're fine.
I still have not seen one of these therapists.
Oh, a therapist. Oh, thank God.
Is this a?
Like we fed you tots.
No, we.
Yes.
You know what, Baron?
I have
I will
had
have
tots.
you talk to one when we get back.
Oh, fancy. Someone's getting
Very well.
therapy.
All should be getting therapy.
No.
Speak for
No, we're
yourself.
fine.
I will face this test of the unknown with courage, whatever my fate may be.
There you go. That's better. We're getting there. I'm still going to leave you with Grace and Tolu for like 24 whole hours when we get back. And then therapist.
Very, very well. Okay. But that will not be a fight to the death.
No.
Good.
Maybe emotional.
Me or the therapist?
After failed missions, they would lock several of us in an enclosed room for days until only one remained alive, and then we would be released and given a second chance.
Fight to death. God.
So you were either really good at your job or really strong.
Well, maybe you should see a therapist or have tots. Same.
I have already said that I will face this therapist whenever.
When
we
you
won't-
face
we won't be
them, you have
fighting-
to fight them.
No, you don't.
You
No.
fight them to the death.
No, because
Only
then
one
I will
survives.
lock you in a room. No.
It's very dramatic.
What if we
Oh,
tell
I'm going to have to go to
him-
therapy with him.
What if we tell him that someone we don't like is the therapist?
It's Cox.
I am not a therapist.
Cox.
You're
I
the
am
worst
not
kind
licensed
of
or
therapist.
learned.
Worst
That
kind
is
of
exactly
therapist,
what
one
a
that's full of
therapist would
themselves.
say.
That is exactly what a therapist would say.
Yeah, let's teach him that therapists are sneaky and conniving. That'll be healthy for him.
Oh, are you admitting to being sneaky and conniving, Cogs?
No, I'm admitting to the idea that he seems to think that I would say that I'm not a therapist to get out of fighting him.
I think that there's an interruption across the team channel, and you hear Chief's voice come across, then say, "What are you waiting for? An invitation?"
Yeah.
We missed your dulcet tones, Chief.
Yeah, I missed all of you too. He says, not very convincingly. Now get out there and
This is
try
awesome.
not to die, please.
Thank you. We're going.
Okay. You fly out into the void of space. The first mission of Jotun Wing since the disastrous but ultimately triumphant events of your last mission. On that note, I think we're going to take a quick break.
Yeah.
Come back in about 10 minutes for the second half of the mission phase. Don't go away. We'll see you real soon. Hello, it's us. We're back. Hi, everybody. Everybody out there in TV land. Let's rejoin our heroes on mission, already in progress, and see where we are and how we're all feeling. You have to get a certain distance away from the fleet before detonating one of the rift charges. Just for safety's sake, you're never entirely sure where exactly in Tartarus it's going to open a doorway into, and you never really know exactly what's waiting on the other side. You could do it, and a Leviathan could come through. It's very hard to say. But as you make your way to that predetermined point, that safe distance away from the Citadel fleet, Grace, it's your first time being back in Dangun in a while. And how is Grace doing with this? Obviously, there was some nerves last time.
Yeah.
The yips.
I think Grace is more worried about being grounded in this current moment. And with Hex here, they're not like, I mean, Tolu's always been around, but Tolu's no longer the rookie. So with Hex around, Grace feels a little bit more like it's not as big of a deal because there's somebody else that everybody else is going to be paying attention to, number one. And number two, there's a less knowledgeable person than even Tolu. So Grace should be fine. Like,
Damn.
That was cold.
it's just facts, okay?
Catching strays.
I'm just saying. So, I think even though Grace is more hesitant than they were the first time because they didn't, now something has happened. I think that they don't even look at Dangun. They just like look at the ground as they're like making their way up, because it is almost like muscle memory, right? Getting in. So this time we're just not going to look at them. We're just going to use our other awareness skills to get into the map.
Absolutely. I think that makes sense. I think that is wonderful. And I'm glad that you are feeling better, Grace. And so as the like familiar muscle memory kicks back in of operating your engine, you find it all coming back to you. You start to relax a little bit, I think, into the familiar motions, into the familiar feelings. The seat underneath you, the feel, the smell, the hum of the engine operating around you, the feeling of the plug in your neck, all of it. And as you reach the waypoint, all of your instruments, everybody, this happens to everybody, all of your instruments sort of light up, letting you know that you've reached the point of detonation. I imagine Ati probably has one of these rift charges. Who is carrying the second one?
I don't think Cogs is allowed to have that.
No.
I'll take it.
I vote.
I would have given it to Tolu.
Probably Tolu.
I would have absolutely given it to Tolu.
Yeah.
Troyan would never give it to me right now. Absolutely not.
I don't know
It's
how it
weird.
works.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Troyan, are you setting off the entry charge?
I think I'll get on the comms and go, Tolu, do you want to push the button to go in or push the button to go out?
I want to be the hero. I would like to go out, please.
Got it. All right. And Ati like pulls this thing from the goo and yeets it and throws and tosses and like hits the button.
Okay. You leave the charge. It counts down. You step back. It's basically just like a massive canister, probably like the size of a small car. And it, sort of like maglocked your back. Actually, in Ati's case, it probably just was held in place by the goo. Yeah. And you see the little like red letters on the display counting down. You get a safe distance away, although these things are pretty safe. The detonation is not so much explosion as it is implosion. Space itself sort of like starts to collapse and crumble in around this thing as it goes off. So there's like this pop, noiseless of course in space, this pop of light, and then space itself sort of like distorting and collapsing in this area. And as it like folds in on itself again and again and again, it reaches a point of zero return and just like it doesn't explode exactly, but it just sort of blows open into what is quite literally a rift in space. Beyond, you can see the dank and dark, strange cosmic tunnels of Tartarus yawning before you.
All right, Jotun Wing, we ready for this? Sound off.
Tolu.
What are we sounding off with?
I'm making sure that y'all are ready. We did not have a good time last time. And I'm not chief.
Procedure, as it was taught to all of you, would be to say your call sign and standing by.
Oh.
But that's procedure. You can say whatever you want.
You can say whatever the fuck you want. Troyan doesn't care.
I said what I said.
Yeah, you said what you said.
As did I.
Hex.
Soloing, standing by.
Oh, gold star.
Cogs.
I can run passive scans though, right? Like that's not. They're passive. They're not going to interfere with the mission at all.
It's been 5 minutes, Cogs.
Does.
Get it together.
Cogs. What kind of passive scans would you like to run?
Just like general vicinity.
That is kind of
you
your.
may run those.
That is kind of your mission. You are supposed to run.
That's
those
literally
scans.
what we're supposed to do.
A little bit of like
you can do
elemental
that.
analysis and.
I don't want you emitting any active signal that would ping Grendel.
It will be no signal more active than the ones we would already be emitting doing the mission.
Fine. And don't press a button and then ask for permission. Ask, then we determine if you press.
I'm asking before we've even gone in.
I know. I'm just clarifying that as an order, Cogs. All right, guys. Let's do this.
Ooh.
Who wants to take a point? Okay,
I'll
I'm
go.
taking point. Nope, I will. Remember, Tolu's got the charge to come home.
Yeah. I got the charge to come home.
That's right.
Oh, hey, Tolu, congrats. You're second in command now.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Is that even like a seniority thing? Does that work out? Like, wait.
Who else was it supposed to be?
Ooh, I have an idea. What if Grace and I split it? We can be second and a half in command.
Yeah, I can do
Woo,
that's
absolutely
fine.
nothing.
Aw.
I'm fine with that. I
feed people.
figured that's how that would go anyway, and I'm already moving into
Yeah, absolutely. You fly beyond the edge of space and into Tartarus. You feel the shift, and you see for like the split second as you cross over the border, all of the instruments in your engines go completely crazy and haywire. You know that they are essentially useless. Like anything that orients yourself based on the laws of physics that exist in our reality barely functions, if at all, here. You kind of have to trust your eyes, and even then, it's easy for them to be deceived.
Yep.
but given the mission parameters, you kick on all of the scans that your engines are capable of running, that you've been told to run, and you all start gathering data points separate from each other. And you start to slowly make your way deeper into Tartarus. The edges of the rift behind you already sort of start to heal themselves, start to sort of like stitch themselves back together. It's going to be a little while before it's fully closed. As long as you're not in here for too long, you should be able to reverse course, fly back the way you came, and get back out without needing the second rift charge. But you do have it just in case you end up needing it. So you getting sealed in here, not the end of the world necessarily, but...
Interesting phrase to choose there.
As you start moving deeper into Tartarus, I think that it is time for us to roll our engagement roll and see what your starting position for the mission phase is like.
Remember, we get an extra die for this.
You do get an extra die for this.
Does mission say so?
Yes. Well, actually, I believe it's if you complete this mission, the next one you roll.
Oh.
The +1 die bonus. Yeah. Gain +1 die to the next engagement roll.
What am I rolling?
So, not this one, but the next one. You are going to roll a certain number of d6s that we're going to figure out right now. So, you always start with 1 because there's always hope.
I picked the one that consistently rolls 6s.
Perfect. Is the mission particularly heroic or noble? Probably not. Kind of a routine mission here. Do the mission's goals or methods reflect the worst part of you?
For me? Yes. Yeah.
Sounds like we're taking a die away.
Oh no.
Is the mission following through on details from the protagonist's investigation?
Sort of. We're looking for Grindel.
Does my last season work count?
No.
Okay.
Most recent investigations. Well, we can count it. So I'll give you a die for that. We were at 0. Now we're back up to 1. Are you acting rashly or on very little information? It's kind of the whole point of what you're doing here. Yeah.
We're not
so we're going to take that.
Yeah. We're not acting rash, yeah.
You're not acting rashly, but it's or very little information. So I think we're back down to 0, gang. Does this mission determine the fate of a friend? Doesn't really seem like it.
No.
Are troubles from your mundane lives getting in the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Dang, so that would put us at -1 die.
Oh no.
And
this is so on track for us.
Does the mission's tier exceed the current tier of the investigation track? Good news, it does not. We don't need to take a die away from that. So we're just at -1. Now is the part where I ask if there are any other elements that you would want to consider. Basically, if you want to make a case for more or less dice, now is the time to do it.
I think we should have a dice to roll, so I think we should have at least 1.
I feel
That's a
like
good
Baron. I feel like mine and Baron's familiarity with Tartarus should give us a dice. At least 1.
Okay,
I would argue for 2, 1 for each of us. But
I would give you a die for that, which puts you at 0.
yeah, okay. We're at 0,
The only
guys.
thing I can think of would take a die away from it.
Means we should have at least 1.
Yeah, that's a good point, Will.
Yeah, we should have at least 1.
Sorry,
argue
just
with
want to
that.
double check. So what you're saying is that because you think you should have a die, you should have a die.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Interesting.
And
Interesting.
Very
Jin
straightforward.
never leads us astray. Like
It's a good point, but I don't think it's gonna help this time. Just this one time. But
So
maybe
close.
next time it could definitely be relevant next time, I think.
So close.
So close. Sounds like we might be rolling 2d6 and taking the lower.
I
Could have
tried.
predicted
I'm
this.
thinking so hard.
Yeah.
Nope, I got nothing. I got
Okay.
Yeah, but
nothing.
aren't we scanning?
Yes, that is the mission.
Oh, wait.
Right, but isn't that what Cogs is doing?
Cogs is running
should-
scans outside the scope.
So doesn't that give us like a little bit more information than what we would have had?
I'll give you a
Oh?
die. I'll give you a die in the style of a poison promise where I'm going to ask Cogs, are you going off mission?
I said, and I quote, that I'm not running scans that would produce any signal greater than what we were already producing.
Correct. And you're all supposed to be running scans. I think the only thing that would give you a die is if you were running scans beyond the scope of what you were assigned to gather, which would mean going off mission.
I understand the off-mission part. I'm setting the initially set parameter of I promise not to do anything that would be outside of the initial signal range. They are
go off mission.
fully off-mission scans, 100%.
Heard.
But
Okay,
they're
great.
passive scans, and they are without greater access than what we're already doing. So I cannot necessarily be blamed for them.
For sure. But they are the type
But
of
they
thing
are,
that would...
100% they are off-mission.
They are the type of thing that would get you in trouble with the brass after the fact.
Troyan said I could, so...
I did say that.
Okay, we'll see what happens. I'll give you a die for that. Roll 1d6.
Oh, can I push myself? Because I specifically would like, to have feelers out for Marina.
I'm not 100% sure about this, but it does make sense to me. This is technically a fortune roll, and I don't think you can push yourself
I can't push
for
myself.
a fortune
Okay.
roll.
Damn. Okay. That's fair.
Technically not a Trojan roll. This is for the party.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm rolling one die.
One die.
Okay. This die has consistently rolled 6s.
Fingers crossed.
Roll a 5.
Okay. All right. Five's a mixed results. Not a bad result though. So you're in a risky position when the action starts. The plan is holding together, just barely.
Okay.
You're going to need to take
Sounds like
steps right now to avoid disaster. Given these scans that Cogs is running beyond the scope of the mission, Cogs, you find something that raises your eyebrow. You find something that raises some questions for you. And I'm going to say what this is, unless you have an issue with this, I think that this is some form of echolocation, perhaps something similar to that, which I think is probably explicitly not meant to be part of your mission package because it's risky, right? However, it would yield different results, which could prove useful. Information about composition, information like mapping Tartarus, potentially. Things like that. Things that could be useful, but things that are risky. This is definitely a mission that is on the more conservative side of what actions you are permitted and encouraged to take. That's my initial thought. If you have another thought on what kind of scans you're running.
For my own edification, you're saying that one of the scans that I'm running is echolocation, or I am receiving notice that something is echolocating out there with one of the scans?
You would be scanning the echolocation, but that is kind of how echolocation works. You send it out, it bounces back to you.
Right.
So, yeah.
I think that's fine. I have a few ideas for future scans that I think are probably technically outside the scope of technology available to Cogs at the moment.
I mean, if you want to throw one of those out there here, echolocation just popped into my head. This is just off the cuff, so we could absolutely substitute it.
So there are existing observatories on Earth that are capable of detecting particles that are not normally detectable. For example, very small passing neutrinos that pass through water. They detect the change in the water. It's still very clean. I think it's neutrinos. Don't quote me on that. But I think scans like that, where there are any exotic physical material that is making up the fabric of what this place is a kind of scan that Cogs would be very interested in running.
Okay, yeah, I love that. And I think that makes a lot of sense. So Yeah, I think that makes sense. So, and this would involve a similar type of output, except instead of where like echolocation, you're using sound waves, you're sort of using the equivalent of those neutrinos, whatever that might look like from Daedalus, from the Daedalus device. And so the Daedalus engine, you send out these sort of like micro organisms in waves, like beyond microorganisms, as they leave you and start gathering information to report back to you. You're already starting to see abnormal results. You're already starting to see that the composition of Tartarus, at least in this area that you've happened to breach through into, is slightly different. There is some type of matter that's more prevalent or that you haven't seen before all around you. And
go ahead. I was going to ask, is this in a sort of like we're in Tartarus's version of what would be like a nebula or a stellar cloud where it's like, you know, dense packets of nitrogen and carbon? Or
I think this is the perfect time to make a gather information roll. I think that you are going to roll because of the circumstances, because of the fact that you're on mission right now. You can pick one of your actions to roll instead of this being a fortune roll.
One of my actions. Well, I mean, you know, I analyze like.
So,
if you'll take an analyze here.
Yeah, I'll take an analyze. I think that makes almost too much sense.
It's my best stat for a reason. Could transcend, but I think I'm going to save that for later. That's going to be a 5 and a 3. 5.
Okay, 5 and a 3. Yeah, let's go with that 5. So you can ask one question from your list of questions, the stranger's list of questions, and you can also ask me a follow-up that does be on the list.
Okay. I mean, the obvious thing that stands out to me on the stranger's gather information list is what is hidden here.
Absolutely, yeah. The thought that perhaps you've stumbled into the Tartarus equivalent of a nebula or something similar, a star cluster perhaps, it makes sense, right? And maybe at first that's a good hypothesis, but as you start to analyze the data that you're receiving more, you realize that it looks familiar. It's not necessarily something that's in the Daedalus engine's databanks. It's not something that's being automatically recognized, but you recognize the composition. You recognize the structure, the atomic structure, the cell structure, whatever you want to call it. The microscopic particulate matter that you are detecting is similar to the substance that you were studying in the tube during your partnership with Odin. Similar to the substance that covers your wing commander.
Okay, my follow-up question is this, and this is maybe a ridiculous follow-up question, but I'm operating on an assumption here that I think Cogs would also operate on. Am I given to believe that assuming that this space makes up all of Tartarus is my best assumption here, and that we are not, in fact, in a pocket of the stuff?
I think it's impossible to know without taking the time to venture deeper whether or not this permeates all of Tartarus. For now, I think the safest assumption that you could make would be that you were in a pocket of it without further information.
Cogs reaches up and flicks on a little, like one of those little rounded metal switches that's just got the, you know what I'm talking about, the sciencey ones. It's their comms unit, and they sort of reach up and pull down a microphone. I have interesting news on my scans.
And what is that?
So, I don't know if this is going to be true of all of Tartarus, but the material that makes up the fabric of the space that we are existing in here is the same stuff that makes up you and Grendel. And again, I do not know for sure if this is sort of a nebulous situation where we're in a pocket of like Grendel, or maybe a pocket of Marina if she's also got this stuff and is her own separate hive. Does that make sense?
It does. Would I know, given how much time I spent in Tartarus, if this stuff is everywhere?
This is new for you.
This is new for me.
Yeah.
Okay. I would relay that. This is new, which is unsettling.
It does make me wonder, because it is sort of a hive mind, right? Like, that's the best assumption that we have. It's a central operating unit that exists within the capacity of the extent of its reach.
And some sparks are able to cut it off from the hive mind and take it over themselves.
Right. So, in theory, if you were to figure out how to spread Ati's influence to other people or whatever Baron is, then you would have, I think, a greater field of control, or Ati would, if Ati is the central control. But my point is, Grendel could almost certainly find us if this is Grendel or Marina, or... You understand, it's sort of like a Tartarus is one big mouth, if that is the case.
Yeah. Thing is, I do know how to do that, because that's how I got read out.
As you are puzzling over this conundrum, examining these questions, I can't imagine that the discussions taking place over the comms channels mean much to Tolu or to Grace.
Shots fired.
So rude.
I'm asking a question. There's a question mark on the end of that.
I mean, Tolu is, I think Tolu is wanting to gossip with Grace over being second in command, but has what Troyan said in the back of her mind about
yes,
Grace last time.
Yeah.
That's extremely fair. That's extremely fair. Yeah, I think I'm going to say, Tolu, you, while this conversation is taking place and you're trying very hard to pay attention, you actually notice, and it would be easy to miss on the scans if somebody wasn't paying immediate attention because it's not raising any alerts or anything like that, but you actually notice that, like, your scans are kind of picking up your immediate surroundings. They're picking up the sort of like tunnel that you're in, which is vast, of course. Like, we've established that the tunnels, quote unquote, that make up Tartarus are sort of like the size of an Earth ocean. Like, you in your engines are like kind of a speck of it, but you can see, where like this, whatever this material is, this porous sort of rock or whatever makes up the vast majority of what's inside of Tartarus is. And as you were kind of like taking this in, like glancing at your instruments, listening to what's being said and trying to process it, trying to pay attention, but you actually notice part of it, like a significant part of it, is actually drifting free. You actually notice a mass that is huge, almost Leviathan-sized, drifting free of the surrounding area.
Is it drifting in a particular direction?
Not necessarily. So not towards you all, but also it's kind of directly overhead. So it's kind of drifting farther down the tunnel, kind of in the direction that you would be heading, but very slowly. And in the process, it's also kind of coming closer to you.
Okay. So Tolu will like nudge Grace with a giant elbow. Like, Hey. Do you
What's up?
I don't know. I don't know. What's that?
Do I see the same thing or?
This sort of like murky, the murky sort of like air that fills Tartarus, where everything is almost like in this sort of like semi-obscured dark mist, particulate matter, kind of obscures what you're seeing. But as you look up and as you sort of all like notice maybe on the instruments, this mass, this huge, probably Leviathan, has drifted closer to you all, and you see this dark shape. Not that you can make out the details, but enough that you can sort of see the outline through the murk overhead.
That looks bad.
Right? It looks bad, right? Like
Yeah,
not
that's
good.
bad.
What's up?
What's the distance on your knives?
Well, they're kind of floating around me, so like a meter or 40 meters.
No,
It just
how
depends.
far can you throw them?
I have no idea. I haven't done that. I'm assuming as far as I need to.
Throw one at that, please.
We're not supposed to engage.
We're just gonna throw.
I think it's fine. What's the worst that could happen? Come on, we're very lucky.
Should we wait until it does something?
No. Well,
Let's really not.
Is that okay?
X.
Is that a command?
Yes.
Okay.
Hit it with the handle, not the blade.
I don't know how to do that. I'll try.
Yes. How do you throw knives and not know how to do that?
I don't throw with the dull end. You throw the sharp end. It's just how aerodynamic. I'm gonna do it.
There's no
do
air
it the
here.
same way but backwards.
What does it look like when Postvorta launches one of these floating knives around it?
Yeah, so once we got into Tartarus, actually even possibly before, the blades that are like attached to her body just all release themselves and kind of float around, catching any little light like dangling little diamonds. And what it looks like is they kind of look like kunai in that they have like a big old ring at the end of them. And she puts her hand out and grabs one of the rings and starts to twist it, like swing it around her finger very quickly. Like, okay, I have no idea how I turn this around from swinging it and not do the sharp bit. We'll find out. And she just like launches it, like throws it like you're doing a fastball.
Yeah.
But instead of ball, it is fully a deadly knife. Deadly blade.
Perfect. Is there any like light or energy or anything like that around them, or is it just a straight blade?
It is straight the blade. The energy is built up from the momentum.
Cool.
It is meant to be kind of a guided by Postvorta, but like not powered past the initial launch.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So the blade kind of like launches out and slices through the murk, and like presumably, you know, you sort of lose track of it, but presumably thuds into this object that's moving towards you, this Leviathan. As that happens, I think just with the like force, physics in Tartarus are weird, but just like the force of it and the jet stream of it kind of parts the murk a little bit. The impact also kind of like spreads the murk, sends the particulate matter like swirling and scattering away from it, and you can kind of finally see this thing hanging overhead like some sort of like zeppelin or similar, just this massive form. But as you get a better look at it, you see that it's dead. It's partially decayed. You can see where some of the flesh is like rotting and falling away. You can see that it's just sort of floating here.
Grendel was here.
Is it within mission parameters to look at that?
Look, don't touch. This is what Leviathans looked like when I was done with them before.
Can I at least pull my knife out?
Yes.
Okay.
Cogs will sort of start to drift upwards.
Yeah.
And you
He
start to
totally
drift
wants
upwards.
to drift too.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Come on.
have like full like eyes up, like I don't trust this.
Grace, are you also floating up?
I'm gonna not do that.
Okay. All right. You're hanging back a little
not.
bit. Hanging back a little bit. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Those of you who are going up, whether it's to get your knife back or investigate it a little bit more, you drift up and you start to get a little bit closer to this thing. You start to close the distance, and there's that moment of relief, right, where this thing is dead. You don't have to fight a Leviathan. It's not going to try to eat you. But then your alerts go off. Alarms start firing inside of your engine cockpits. Motion detected. Anomalies detected. 1, then 2, 3. It starts to lose count after that.
Yeah.
Because you see them as they start swarming out over the surface of this dead Leviathan.
Uh-oh.
These creatures that are almost tube-shaped, long, spindly legs, hundreds of them. Each one roughly the size of a motorcycle, we'll say. You see like these sort of like stubs where eyes would be. You see these mandibles clacking and opening, grasping for something beyond. You've seen these before. They're called Demodex. They're a symbiotic life form, presumably native to Tartarus, that lives on and in the Leviathans, kind of cleaning them. They make it possible for the Leviathans to exist in our reality. They eat away the dead flesh as the Leviathans shed, as being in a universe not like Tartarus hurts them. These appear to have survived the death of this particular Leviathan. You fought them before. There are many of them, as you can see them sort of gathering, massing, hundreds, maybe thousands, it's hard to say. Something seems off. Normally they're this sort of like pale, almost corpulent white color, nearly translucent, where you can see the whatever makes up their systems inside. But now you can see the black veins crisscross and branch away on the surface of their skin. I imagine Solo Wing, you're in the lead. You see them launch themselves off of this dead Leviathan and directly towards you. And that is where we're going to end this episode of God Complex.
Yay! Everything is fine and normal.
So fine and normal.
Fucking getting attacked by
I wonder-
kaiju lice.
One
knew
question.
it.
Yes, kaiju lice, indeed. Yes, what's up?
Do these things make the same wounds as the first Leviathan we caught? As the one on the first Leviathan we caught?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, where there was a chunk ripped
The
out
first
of it.
Leviathan we caught had a huge chunk ripped out of it.
No.
Like it had a
Are you
wound.
asking if they caused the
Yeah,
wound?
yeah.
No.
No.
They're symbiotic.
Yeah, they're like mites. They live on the
Yes.
skin.
Yeah.
They are literally mites.
Remoras.
Demodex is the name of
Yeah.
mites. Scientific classification. That's why they're called that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So yes, Google Demodex if you want to see some horrible shit.
Horrible.
Up to
Yeah,
you.
like
Doing it.
genuinely. No, don't do
Doing
that
Wouldn't
to yourself.
recommend it.
Doing it.
Having worked in dog rescue, you're gonna get a lot of
Ew.
pictures of mange that will make you very sad.
TEMODEX for those of you following along at home.
Inside
Yeah.
your pores.
Yep.
And your eyelashes and your eyebrows.
Uh-huh.
It's all bad.
Yeah.
It's all
It's
bad.
all bad. They're everywhere.
Mhm.
Literally everywhere.
Anyway,
Trigger warning, guys.
this is God Complex is an educational show where we teach you.
We can add that to the tags on the screen. Educational.
Yeah,
Science.
we just take the fucked up shit that already exists in nature and turn it up to 11.
Yeah.
That's basically what kaiju are. So
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, no, literally. yes.
Genuinely.
Kaiju lice is a fun concept. I'm excited for you to face them. Cool.
Oh my
Well, yeah,
God.
that's gonna do it for us. So we're gonna go around and everybody's gonna tell you who they are, where you can find them, what they have going on, and then I assume we'll end with JT, and we'll probably raid somebody at that point. So I'll go first since I don't have to do the outro for this game. Hello, my name is Will. I was your storyteller this evening. I played everybody else, and had a lot of fun tonight. I miss this game, miss this crew a lot when we don't get to play it. So it's nice to be back. I can be found on Blue Sky at Will M Scream. Mostly I post about wrestling, but there's the occasional gym thirst trap. The social contract is that you have to deal with the wrestling content if you want the gym thirst traps. That's the deal. I try to keep it balanced, but there's a lot more wrestling content than there are gym thirst traps, but they're there if you want them. You can find me on a bunch of different places, running a bunch of different games. Most of them are Girl by Moonlight these days, but I think the next time you can find me is on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. right back here on Entropy Emporium, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Star Shard, a shonen anime game run by JT. You can catch me and Logan and some other excellent people. I play a robot man named Clementine with a gun in his chest. He just wants to farm. The government won't let him, so I'm going to shoot them about it. And I think that's pretty much everything I have to plug. Next Thursday, I'll be over at Tales from the Table Studio playing For All Mutant Kind, where I play producer / electric powered mutant Mach 1. And yeah, I think that's everything I have to talk about. Next week is a bit quiet for me. That's it for me. Cass?
Next week is quiet for me too, because everything I have right now is all in the same week, alternating. So I will be back on the 6th for on Tales from the Table Studios for Sundered Skies, our Fabulous Ultima campaign, and then here on the 10th for episode 3 of Echoes of the Kimura Kage, the Avatar actual play that I'm running. Everything's fine. I dumped them in the desert. I may have let them imagine that there are sandworms about to chase them. It's fine. They also scared themselves with science and the fact that scorpions seek warmth in the desert, and so they're sleeping on stone beds. It's great. Like that'll save them. But yeah, that's all I've got going on for right now. I have other things coming up soon. But yeah, really just Sundered Skies, this game, and Echoes, and that's where I am for right now. Who's next?
Yeah.
Izzy?
It's me. Hello. Hi. I've been Izzy. I was playing Tolu, the Guardian.
Hell yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
You got
it. You can find me here every other Thursday or on a podcast on Wednesdays. That is called Pod Against the Machine. It's Pathfinder 1E. Yes, Pathfinder 1E podcast playthrough of the Iron Gods playbook from Paizo. It's pretty fun. There are dragons, there are wizards, there's a chainsaw that I get to use, and it's so much fun. And I think that's it for now. I have some stuff that I can't talk about yet, which is fun because I never get to say that. And that's me. Bye. Thank you.
Logan, you're next.
Why? Okay, that's fine. Hi everyone, my name is Logan, also known as Hollow Orange. You can find me on the internet under that name some way, somehow, some form. You can catch me in another Girl by Moonlight game called Bloom and Blight, where we are on season 3, where I run it, so I get to be all the bad guys and the good guys and everyone in between. outside of that, you can catch me. I was just a guest on Queer XP, where I just had one episode, so you can listen to me be a guy named Atticus, who was once a sailor who got cursed by a gorgon, because that's what happens. Now he's a stoneman. Then you can also catch me on Bring Your Own Mech. I'm guesting there as well, but that's not just one episode, that's multiple episodes, and you can meet Ganymede. I think they're just swell. Outside of this, those 3 gigs, Will did mention that this Saturday you can catch me for Star Shard. So there's so many opportunities to listen to me and see me. Don't perceive me too much. Bye.
Jen?
Hi, I'm Jen. I don't really have a lot I can talk about because everything is either not scheduled or in limbo or waiting to be scheduled or scheduled and I can't talk about it. So there's that. Yeah, but I yell on Blue Sky a lot, so, and I'll be at PAX East, so that's fun.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay, that's exciting.
Yeah, I have 4 panels.
That's a lot of panels.
That's a lot of panels.
Yeah.
Dang.
I
That's
went
more
from
panels
one
than there
panel-
are days of PAX.
Yeah, I
I
was
went from
like,
having
damn.
one panel at PAX to having 4, but they're all pretty cool about like costuming and food and culture, and I don't know, it'll be fun. I think maybe
Mhm.
I'll see
Incredible.
friends. It'll be a good time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And JT, that just
I
leaves you to
guess
take
that
us out.
leaves me. Hi, I'm JT. You can find me everywhere at Gracias Null. I did a little rebrand. You can also find me everywhere at Entropy Emporium, because this is technically my channel. It rests itself at this point. You got a lot of really cool, fun stuff coming up. We got a new episode of Weird Wilds War, our 5e homebrew game that I run. It's very cool and fun and awesome. The cast there is really cool. And then, of course, Saturday, in your Saturday morning cartoon slot, you can catch us live for Star Shard. It is a shonen-themed actual play. Logan and Will have all talked about it. It's really cool. You gotta come check it out. The set is awesome. The set design. We're doing combat, so come check out the combat overlay. As well as the actual combat is very good. It's a good system. I got a show coming up on LFTA that is very soon. It's Noir Masks, which is all I'm gonna say about it for now. That's all I got right now, I think. Cass mentioned the other show that's on our channel. And I'm not doing Sentai anymore because that's over.
Look,
So-
for now, you guys have bullied me. Yeah, for now.
I always get what I want.
Yeah.
So, keep an eye out for Tots t-shirts and Cogs We Don't Like Him and Where's the Beef t-shirts. You know
Where's
how it
the
is.
beef?
Yeah, where's the beef? We're not gonna raid anybody tonight. I did not see anybody live that I could feel comfortable raiding, so we're just gonna end it. Be kind to yourselves and kind to your neighbors. Throw snowballs at ice. This is Tater Tot.
Look at that kitty.
Gator.
Tater sighting.
It's huge. It's
I'll give you
rare
a chuck
tater
too.
sighting.
Oh, I locked my cat out. Dang.
Oh no.
I know.
Mako's making noise
Oh, no.
behind me. I don't know if she's being noise gated.
Mhm. No, she's not. She's too powerful. All right. Well, I guess that's going to do it for us. So, say goodnight, everybody.
Good
Night, everybody.
night.